Victorville City Manager Keith Metzler, and I want to be the one to welcome you to our State of the City for the 2025. We're grateful to the High Desert Chamber of Commerce for this opportunity to report on our city's accomplishments and progress. 2024 was another incredibly busy year for us at the City of Victorville as we made significant progress on the strategic goals established by our City Council. Whether we're building new services and facilities, fortifying our city infrastructure, or assembling our community, we're implementing our blueprint for a Victorville that is safer, greener, fiscally healthy, with strong community connections, a solid infrastructure, thriving economy, and reduced homelessness. Well, any fan of Legos knows that the best build happens when creative inspiration, vision, and know-how interconnect. We can't wait to show you how we are building an even stronger Victorville for us all. Now, Mayor Elizabeth Serra will highlight our first two strategic goals.
I couldn't be prouder to kick things off with our first two videos that show how we are building a strong community connections, fortifying our city's infrastructures to serve the needs of our growing community. In one of our greatest build stories of 2024, we broke ground on the new Victorville City Library. Our library provides more than free access to books. It is the heart of our community. We couldn't be more excited to bring our vision for a bigger, more modern library to life for our residents.
The new Victorville City Library is being constructed in the former clubhouse at the Green Tree Golf Course, saving the city the cost of a complete ground-up construction. Crews are rehabbing the inside of the clubhouse and adding an additional 5,000 square feet to the back of the building, thanks to a $9 million competitive grant from the California State Library. The design maximizes the beauty of the clubhouse while creating a community hub for learning and recreation. The result will be a new, modern library, more than double the size of the city's current library. The increased space will be used for a children's library, makerspace, classrooms, a dedicated room for teens, an adult sitting area by the fireplace, along with an outdoor reading space on the patio. Barring any delays, construction will be complete in December, and the new Victorville City Library will open in January 2026. To expand access to its current library, the city installed a library kiosk at Sunset Ridge Park, enabling residents to check out and return books conveniently close to home. The city also upgraded several community amenities to increase enjoyment at its parks and activity centers. Lighting was added at the Hook Park track so that sports leagues could use the fields into the evening hours. The gym floor at Westwind Sports Center was resurfaced, and a shade structure was added at the Brentwood Park playground, providing much-needed protection from the hot desert sun.
As a city, we take very serious our strategic goal of connecting with our community. Last year, we added to our community events and expanded our robust communication platform to strengthen our community bonds.
In 2024, the City of Victorville continued to bring the community together for a full calendar of community events, including Fall Festival, Spring Festival, its Concerts in the Park series, Halibu Drive-Thru, and Festival of Lights and tree lighting. In June, the city added its first full series of Victorville 101 bus tours. Participants were introduced to city operations, facilities, and services in a quick 4-hour format. They were given behind-the-scenes access to Victorville's Wellness Center, Southern California Logistics Airport, and the Materials Recovery Facility, and introduced to the city's strategic initiatives. Feedback was overwhelmingly positive, with 92% of the attendees rating the bus tour as highly valuable, and 98% stating they would recommend the tour to someone they know. To connect with residents in a variety of formats, the City of Victorville has developed an expansive communication platform, including its website, digital newsletter, news announcements, and its social media pages, which were viewed 1.4 million times in 2024. To expand its reach, Victorville launched its first ever podcast, What's the TVV, in August. The monthly podcast, available in both video and audio formats, is enabling the city to connect with community members in a format conducive to in-depth discussions about complex topics. Content from the first 6 episodes has been viewed or listened to more than 68,000 times, and the podcast has a rating of 4.5 out of 5 on Apple Podcasts.
One of our greatest responsibilities is fortifying our city infrastructure to ensure we can deliver essential services and provide for our community safety. Though we have much more to do, we have completed a number of major road improvement projects.
With more than 54,000 car trips a day, Bear Valley Road is the most heavily traveled road in the entire Victor Valley, so it's of great importance to the Victorville community and the regional economy. In 2024, the City of Victorville completed 2 improvement projects to improve travel on this major thoroughfare. Over the summer, the city reconstructed the 2-mile stretch of Bear Valley Road from Amethyst to Highway 395. The final contract price of $7.8 million was 2.3% under the original contract amount. In collaboration with a private developer, the city coordinated the construction of the 3rd Avenue extension to Bear Valley Road. The road improvements and the installation of a traffic signal at the new intersection were fully funded by the developer and completed in September. Public Works crews worked diligently to maintain city infrastructure. Last year, they repaired over 19,500 potholes, sealed more than 74,000 linear feet of cracks, and swept more than 19,500 miles of roadway. In the coming year, the city will undertake several road improvement projects, including a reconstruction of Mojave Drive from Amargosa Road to Village Drive. The road will be reconstructed and widened, and a 3rd lane will be added to westbound Mojave Drive from Condor Road to Amargosa Road. Frontage improvements to the north side of the road, including curb, gutter, and sidewalk, fire hydrants, and street lighting will be added. Ridgecrest Road will be resurfaced from Bear Valley Road to Paiute Avenue, and a new sidewalk will be added on the east side of Ridgecrest just north of Bear Valley. The city will also resurface Roy Rogers Drive from Amargosa Road to the I-15. A new raised median will be added on Roy Rogers Drive east of Civic Drive for increased safety. And a new traffic signal will be added to the intersection of Village Drive and Puesta del Sol.
We are also making updates to our city infrastructure that will enable us to expand economic opportunities, especially for Southern California Logistics Airport and Old Town Victorville.
At its Southern California Logistics Airport, the city is refurbishing Building 686. Once retrofitted, this 59,000 square foot building that was unused for more than 20 years will be ideal for aircraft asset management. Tenant space at SCLA is currently 99% occupied, so bringing Building 686 online will enable the airport to generate new revenue. Also at SCLA, the city-run Victorville Municipal Utility Service completed its Kern River Interconnect, furthering the city's ability to offer natural gas service to commercial customers at competitive rates. This strategic advantage helps the city attract businesses to operate at SCLA, which continues to be the region's largest employment center, offering over 4,500 local jobs. As a part of ongoing efforts to revitalize Old Town, the City Council approved a design contract to redesign the streetscape of 7th Street. The design will reduce the roadway to 1 lane in each direction, reintroducing on-street parking to calm traffic and create a safer pedestrian-friendly environment. The design will preserve history while enhancing the character of Old Town with upgraded lighting, interactive landmarks, artwork, landscaping, retro furnishings, and enhanced paving and crosswalks, all of which will enhance the area's appeal and economic potential. A state-of-the-art experience is planned, including a surround sound system, security surveillance, and deployable bollards to block traffic for street fairs. As public outreach and design efforts continue, Southern California Edison will be installing 34 additional streetlights in the surrounding Old Town neighborhood in the coming months.
I'm honored to share our 2 next videos that report on our goals to expand public safety and foster a greener Victorville. As you will see, we are investing in programs to increase safety and protect vital resources for our Victorville residents. In 2023, we faced an extraordinary challenge after receiving just 30 days notice that our longtime animal shelter operator would cease operations. Thanks to tremendous dedication and a lot of elbow grease, we were able to bring Victorville's first ever permanent animal care facility online in record time.
When faced with the initial challenge of losing its animal shelter operator of 25 years, the city immediately established temporary animal shelter and pet adoption services in 2 existing city facilities. Then, the former Goodwill High School was identified to serve as the permanent facility, thanks to an agreement with the Victor Valley Union High School District. Retrofitting a school campus originally built in 1926 came with its challenges, but the upgrades were complete in just a year. The result is a larger, permanent facility better equipped to serve Victor Victorville residents. In Phase 1 of the upgrade, the city plans to house a minimum of 135 dogs and 40 cats. Future upgrades to the site include an additional 200 kennels, a vet suite, and livestock area. Despite the challenging circumstances, staff's greatest priority was providing for the animals in the city's care. Throughout the transition, nearly 1,500 animals were rehomed via adoption efforts and special events, rescues, and promptly returning chipped animals to their owners.
We continue to prioritize expanded public safety for our growing community. We made progress on our plans for a new police station that will enable us to add deputies to our police force and enhance safety with a real-time crime center. And we used Measure P revenue and grant funding to expand programs aimed at increasing safety in our neighborhoods and city streets.
With a $3.7 million grant from the County of San Bernardino, the city acquired the 9-acre parcel on Civic Drive across from the Auto Park at Valley Center to serve as the location of its new police station with real-time crime center and contracted for the architectural design. The crime center will incorporate real-time intelligence from the city's automatic license plate readers, drones, ShotSpotter, and a broad network of security cameras from public and private entities to speed police response, fortify crime suppression, and increase community security and safety. Also last year, the Victorville Police Department continued its traffic enforcement efforts thanks to 5 deputies added through Measure P. Taking a snapshot of just the 2 months of October and November, the department issued 350 citations for speed, 147 citations for crosswalk violations, 88 citations for driving while unlicensed or on a suspended license, and they made 21 DUI arrests. Since adding the 5 deputies to the Traffic Enforcement Division in 2021, fatal traffic collisions in Victorville have reduced by nearly 40%. The Victorville Fire Department continued to be one of the busiest departments in the region with more than 25,500 calls for service last year. In addition to providing direct support to Victorville residents, the department deployed 21 strike teams to aid allied fire agencies with suppression efforts at various wildfires throughout the state. The department's Fire and Explosion Investigation Unit conducted approximately 100 investigations, resulting in more than a dozen felony arrests and multiple citations issued for illegal fires, fireworks use and possession, and other violations. The department also purchased a new 1,800-gallon water tender, enabling the department to fight fires in locations absent a water source such as the riverbed. With the goal of lessening access to illegal tobacco products, drug paraphernalia, and prohibited single-serve alcoholic beverages, the City Council approved Ordinance 2450. In just 90 days, the city's code compliance officers visited 83 tobacco and alcohol retailers and conducted 105 inspections to educate them about the new ordinance, with the cost of this effort offset through a $111,000 grant from the Department of Justice.
To safeguard the continued beauty of our Victorville community, we have focused on proactive enforcement, street sanitation efforts, and large-scale cleanup operations targeting high-visibility areas like our riverbed.
With 8 additional officers funded through Measure P revenue, the city's Code Compliance Division gained the time and resources needed for more proactive outreach through its Community Enhancement Program. The Code Compliance Division completed 2,619 in-person property inspections, delivering educational materials to residents to increase quality of life in our Victorville neighborhoods. City staff worked alongside residents to discourage and correct common nuisances such as weed overgrowth, junk vehicles, debris, and blight. The city's public works crews also contributed to beautification efforts, covering over 197,000 square feet of graffiti and removing 2,164 tons of debris from roadways through street sweeping efforts last year alone. One of 2024's most notable initiatives was the Mojave Riverbed Cleanup, funded by $980,000 in encampment resolution funding provided by San Bernardino County through a grant from the state. During this multi-week operation, Public Works crews, the Homeless Engagement Team, and the Code Compliance Division joined forces to remove 91 tons of debris and 116 encampments from the riverbed. This operation also resulted in 91 unsheltered individuals being admitted to the Victorville Wellness Center and 7 veterans being directly connected to services.
We have also invested in sustainability programs like organics recycling, renewable energy, and water reclamation that will ensure that Victorville has access to our most precious resources for generations to come.
Last year, the city celebrated the first full year of its organics recycling program in compliance with Senate Bill 1383 to reduce methane gas emissions. Thanks to the Green Cart program and the efforts of Victorville residents, 11,141 tons, or over 22 million pounds of organics were diverted from the landfill. The organic material was taken to the Victor Valley compost facility, where it was converted into compost and mulch that was offered to residents free of charge. Victorville is also empowering the next generation of recyclers through back-to-school outreach and Victorville Recycles Week. These programs educate local students in a dynamic and fun way about the city's environmental programs and how they can contribute to a cleaner, more sustainable Victorville. The city-run Victorville Municipal Services, or VMIS, provides electric services to commercial customers at the city's Foxborough Industrial Park, and VMIS provides electric and gas services to commercial customers at Southern California Logistics Airport. In 2024, VMIS invested in alternative power sources like solar and wind to promote energy independence and to reduce the carbon footprint for the Victorville community. Through its net metering program, eligible VMIS customers may receive bill credits as an incentive for the use of renewable energy alternatives like solar. In 2025, 2 water conservation initiatives will be taking shape through the Victorville Water District's Reclaimed Water Master Plan. The design contract for an industrial wastewater treatment plant at the airport was awarded. This treatment plant will enable the city to create and supply reclaimed water, which will attract more customers to the Southern California Logistics Airport, creating more jobs. To support Victorville's water reclamation system, which will deliver reclaimed water to high-demand users like schools and golf courses, the city will begin construction of a 1 million-gallon water recycling tank in 2025.
I am proud this morning to be able to talk about our reduced homelessness, because homelessness is one of the most asked about issues in the city of Victorville. So I'm very happy to share with you this video that shows the tremendous progress that we are making in reducing homelessness for our community.
Our strategy to reduce homelessness in Victorville is working. Thanks to the services we're offering here at our Wellness Center and our homeless outreach efforts, we have reduced the number of unsheltered individuals in Victorville by half.
In December 2024, the City of Victorville celebrated the 1-year anniversary of its Wellness Center. This low-barrier, non-congregate transitional housing facility offers interim housing and wraparound support services to break the cycle of homelessness. The center's most unique feature is the inclusion of a recuperative care and medical clinic on-site. In the first year of operations, over 500 individuals from Victorville streets were admitted to the Wellness Center, where they received or are receiving supportive services tailored to their unique needs. This individualized approach has been successful, as 133 clients have graduated into permanent housing as of February 1st. The city has contracted with nonprofits Hope the Mission and Simba Center to operate the facility and provide services to clients addressing a full spectrum of needs such as food insecurity, mental health and substance use disorders, and job readiness and placement to help clients find their route to wellness. For example, Hope the Mission served over 130,000 meals to clients last year, and they provided more than 5,000 rides for clients, ensuring they were able to attend important events like job interviews and off-site medical appointments. Simba Center collaborated with Goodwill of Southern California to offer their Inland Empire Rising Retail Training Program to clients in January. Participants received 3 weeks of paid training in retail sales and customer service, offering them a pathway to employment and independence. 13 Wellness Center clients graduated the program, and 2 of the graduates secured jobs right away. The city's homelessness engagement team, staffed with code compliance officers funded from Measure P, performs outreach to connect unsheltered individuals and families to the Wellness Center and other resources, while enforcing stiffer city ordinances against littering and storage of personal property in public areas. And with nearly 300 active trespass agreements, the team assists impacted businesses and landowners to quickly clear persons refusing shelter or services. Victorville's strategy of outreach, interim interim housing, wraparound services, case management, housing navigation, medical care, and rapid rehousing enabled the city to reduce its unsheltered population by more than 50% in a one-year period.
Building upon this momentum, we've secured several grants that are enabling us to expand services here at the Wellness Center, perform additional street outreach, and increase our encampment cleanups to reduce the negative impacts homelessness can have for residents and businesses.
Since December 2021, the City of Victorville has been awarded more than $40 million for its homelessness solutions programs, including a Home Key grant from the state of California that primarily funded the construction of the Victorville Wellness Center. In 2024, the city was awarded nearly $8 million in encampment resolution funds from San Bernardino County and the state of California. These monies have been used to fund a number of essential operations like the Mojave Riverbed cleanup. During this operation, the city cleared 116 encampments, connected 7 veterans to services, and transitioned 91 individuals into the Wellness Center. Community Development Block grants were used to create a motel voucher program as well as a vehicle grant program that assisted 18 households. A $200,000 grant from Kaiser Permanente funded the purchase of medical equipment to enhance recuperative care services, and a $174,000 grant from the California Department of Housing and Community Development is supporting the work of the city's Animal Services Division to provide medical care to pets living at the Wellness Center with their owners.
Caring for our city's fiscal strength is one of our greatest obligations as council members. Join me now for a front row view of our city's budget and how we are investing your resources to build an even stronger Victorville. As city leaders, we take seriously our responsibility to be good stewards of taxpayer dollars. Last year, we put those dollars to work through a solid budget, strategically investing in safety, expanding the services you depend on, and fortifying our community's infrastructure, all toward building an even stronger Victorville.
As a result of Victorville's conservative fiscal approach, reserves continue to exceed the City Council's established 17% reserve target for both the General Fund and Measure P, and the city received another clean audit as determined by an independent auditor. Victorville's operating budget for fiscal year 24-25 was approximately $380 million, including a capital improvement budget of nearly $60 million. The budget included enhancements to community infrastructure like the new city library, animal care and adoption center, design of a new police station, and more. With $29 million in projected Measure P revenue, the city is expanding public safety, proactive code enforcement, and community improvements. Measure P continues to fund 12 additional police personnel that have enabled the city to increase traffic enforcement, reduce response times, and implement an 8-beat patrol system that allows deputies to patrol smaller geographic areas. Measure P is also funding 13 additional code compliance and animal services personnel, enabling service expansion to 7 days a week and evening hours. To enhance fire service, Measure P revenue was used to purchase equipment for a new tiller and 3 transport-capable squads last year. Additionally, the new city library, animal care and adoption center, and the police station are all being supported by Measure P revenue.
To ensure we meet the increasing demand for services in our growing community, while mindful of rising costs, we've proactively diversified our funding streams. One great example of this is in the many grants we've been awarded.
The city was awarded nearly $8 million in encampment resolution funds to connect unsheltered individuals with interim housing and services, clean encampments, and restore key environmental areas like the riverbed to their natural state. Future efforts will focus on addressing areas along the I-15 and Highway 18 corridors. Additional grants funded infrastructure improvements at the airport, increased homeless engagement outreach, expanded animal services and recuperative care at the city's wellness center, new illegal tobacco and alcohol education, and much more. The city used nearly $2 million in federal community development block grant funding to assist 12 nonprofits that provide support services to vulnerable community members like foster youth, seniors, the unsheltered, and victims of violence. 2024 was the last year in a $33.5 million allocation of American Rescue Plan Act funding that spanned 4 years. The city used these federal dollars to make community park and infrastructure improvements, support the Wellness Center, purchase 8 fire apparatus and 2 street sweepers, fund utility assistance programs for Victorville residents, and much more.
While fiscal sustainability is often thought of as being linked solely to our cash position, our employee support structure is just as crucial for our long-term organizational health.
Victorville has had a long-standing tradition of valuing its employees, preserving institutional knowledge, and achieving organizational stability. Last year, the city added a deputy city manager to the executive leadership team to increase efficiency and effectiveness. This transition was in preparation for deputy city manager Sophie Smith's retirement in December after 23 years of service to the Victorville community. With additional retirements among staff anticipated, the city has instituted a mentorship program to develop and prepare current staff for advancement into key leadership positions. And the city is using its internship program and scholarships for college students to develop the next generation of city employees.
I'm very pleased to introduce our final video, we're saving the best for last, that shows our efforts to foster a thriving economy. As you will see, we continue to attract businesses, large and small, to invest in the city of Victorville, creating jobs and opportunity for our residents. Let's take a look.
Twenty 2024 was a banner year for our Victorville economy with growth across many sectors. At the forefront of this advancement was the Southern California Logistics Airport, which is nearing its goal of restoring 7,500 jobs lost following the closure of George Air Force Base.
In December, the city of Victorville celebrated the 30th anniversary of its Southern California Logistics Airport, or SCLA. In the 3 decades since its opening, SCLA has emerged the economic leader in the high desert region, catering to manufacturing, warehousing, aviation, and aerospace companies. It's home to 62 businesses, including Fortune 500 companies like Boeing and GE Aviation, and it's the area's largest employment center with over 4,500 jobs. This growth will continue both on and off airport. Prologis is constructing a 1.3 million square foot facility for Goodyear Tire just north of the Amazon Fulfillment Center. Completion is expected in the second quarter of 2025. In the second quarter of 2025, Covington is anticipated to begin construction on the first of 3 large industrial buildings on Parcel J, where the former golf course was located. When complete, the development will include 2.5 million square feet of combined warehouse space. Commercial growth was not limited to the airport. In 2024, Victorville attracted a number of national retail brands and medical providers. The first Sprouts Farmers Market in the high desert region opened near the Mall of Victor Valley in March. A Superior Grocers, AutoZone, Wingstop, Jersey Mike's, and Fairfield Marriott all opened in the following months. BioLife Plasma Center, Desert Ridge Transitional Care, and the High Desert Pace Center opened in 2024, expanding medical services across every stage of life for the Victorville community. New business development will continue in 2025. Victorville's first Raising Cane's will be located on Roy Rogers near Winco, and the first Five Below in the High Desert region will be located within the Victor Valley Center off Bear Valley Road. Finally, a 1.35 million square foot warehouse distribution center at Mojave Drive and Topaz Road was approved and will continue the permitting process for future construction.
From mom and pop shops to nationwide franchises, we know that the prosperity of every Victorville business is integral to the economic success of our community. In an effort to support local businesses, we launched 2 campaigns using the city's large communication platform.
With the MyBiz and VV campaign, licensed Victorville businesses are able to enter a free monthly drawing for a chance to win a fully produced promotional video that is distributed across the city's communication platform with a combined reach of nearly 72,000 subscribers. Since the campaign's inception, 12 local businesses like Emma Jean's Holland Burger, Richie's Diner, and Neil's Donuts have been spotlighted, garnering them exposure and new customers. The city also launched its Keep It Local Shop Victorville campaign, underscoring the city's belief that shopping local is more than just a transaction. It's a commitment to Victorville's vitality and growth. During this 8-week initiative, community members voted for their favorite local businesses, crowning the best of Victorville in a variety of categories, like Best Burger, Best Pizza, and the Best Dessert. In addition to being featured on the city's communication platform, the winners received awards to proudly display at their business locations. These programs will continue in 2025.
Brick by brick, our strategic goals interlock to create a stronger, more fortified Victorville for us all. Even though we had a productive 2024, our hard work continues, and we will continue to make the bold moves necessary for even greater progress and improvement for our community. Thank you for joining us today, contributing to our success. Let's go, Victorville, we're going to be busy.